Close up your bar and grab your baseball bat. It's KMRO FM, Kamurocho Radio. Trying a little something different for the intro this week because I was thinking about a funny thing that happened in this chapter.
Yeah.
It's Kamurocho Radio, everybody. It's a Yakuza replay podcast. I'm Jordan, and we got Argyle in the booth, as always.
Argyle in the booth.
Argyle in the booth. Argyle Booth. Argyle_Booth on Twitter.
Argyle Wilkes Booth.
Okay, well, I don't like that, but...
Don't like that. Yeah, that's bad.
That's not ideal.
That man did a bad thing.
That was, not the greatest person in the world. Hey, Argyle, we're doing the chapter that has a title that kind of sucks.
Yeah, this is Chapter 7, The Foreign Threat.
This one's Chapter 7,
Uncle I'm not afraid to say it, liberals.
Jesus. Uncle Kiryu's
it really is just a Fox
Factory.
News headline, huh?
Yeah, it really is. It's just like... It's Chapter 7, The War on Christmas. Chapter 7, PC culture gone wrong.
Yakuza 2, Chapter 7, guest starring Sean Hannity, The Foreign Threat.
This would be Tucker Carlson comes to Kamurocho, and Kiryu has to fight. Let's fight him. Parody. So, what'd you think of this chapter?
It's God, it's been a while.
I have
to
to
take a break.
say,
It's been a week, so I'm kind of trying to remember what I think of this chapter.
Here at Kamurocho Radio, we value transparency above all else. Unfortunately, my PlayStation 2 is secondhand, and I don't know where it came from before I bought it.
Also, it's a PS2 Slim, which are
a Slim, which are like notoriously unreliable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what this means is that there was a little bit of greeble on my copy of Yakuza 2.
A little bit of greebling. Mr. Steppenwolf got to it.
Yeah, Steppenwolf got to it, and I believe in my heart that if I didn't have this, if I had a better PS2, this game would still be fine. However, unfortunately, this means that I cannot progress. There is a loading zone that will not load, and this means I now have to replay the entire video game, which I have done, mostly. I'm not quite caught up yet, so that does mean I had to watch Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is a treat for me.
Oh, so you're also on Kiwami 2 this week.
Just for this week, yes.
Yeah, I guess it is probably kind of hard to find like gameplay footage of the original games on
the
YouTube.
Gameplay footage, I have to shout out. There is gameplay footage of Yakuza 2. It's played through the brilliant and incredible PCSX2 emulator, legal. And it is done by let me give a little quick search. It is done by a YouTube channel called Aya Annie Gaming. And what I really appreciate about this is that this is like a no commentary walkthrough that is like, I'm going to do fucking everything in Yakuza 2. Yeah. Everything. Which is really good for experiencing the game without having access to a PS2. What it isn't good for is being a Yakuza podcaster and trying to find the meat and potatoes of the chapter, because each chapter is split up into maybe 5 or 6 30-minute segments.
Oh my god, where they're doing like side content and all of them?
All the side content. So I do respect Aya Ani Gaming for providing this very good.
But there is a more sane way to chop up your content.
Yeah, exactly. I could not figure out. I have to comb through for each cutscene, which, I mean, this is how Yakuza is meant to be played. Like, don't get me wrong.
Of course.
But don't play Yakuza and do what we're doing. But we've already played this game before. But if you're going to upload it to the internet for people to watch, probably I don't know. I think it's fine to play it that way, because then you can just skip through if you want.
I mean, I think it's fine, like, if you're doing maybe a comment. Well, this is about getting into the making internet content at this point, not about the game, but...
Yeah.
I think if you're doing a commentary-less run, I think at that point you're making it more as a guide. So it's it feels more like you should just...
I don't know, I think that works as a guide if you're doing the side content. Anyway, okay.
Whatever.
Well, maybe we'll talk about this more another time. The point is that I was dipping into high-res, glossy... HD, well-lit, Dragon Engine Kiryu, Kiwami 2. Looks great. Still, I think the cutscenes are a bit odd.
Yeah.
Having seen them for the first time in this project. Though, and I've very much grown quite fond of PS2 Yakuza the way it looks. Yeah. So it is jarring to leave that realm, and I will be back there next week. But I just couldn't cut it. I couldn't play the whole game.
Yeah, it's not even a Dragon Engine problem. It's a remake problem.
Yeah, it's a remake problem. I think it happens with other games as well.
Yeah.
All right, shall we put on our terrible Fox News hats and talk about what I can only describe as, and red. I don't want. Can we put on our hat reds and talk about what I can only hope no one clips out of content? Can we talk about a foreign threat Yakuza chapter?
Can we talk about the foreign threat that's coming?
Can we talk about the foreign threat
coming for your kids? For your
they're gonna take Christmas away, and that's not Hedgehog cool.
Sonic says,
as a refresher,
no
because we did miss an episode last week because my PS2 exploded. Last week, Kiryu went to the Amano building, found 2 Kazukis, and then Kawara shot one of them dead, but not before he and real Kazuki got shot by the fake Kazuki.
Yes.
And now that's where we are now.
Kawara did not shoot the fake Kazuki. Actually, Sayama shot fake Kazuki.
Right. Sayama shot fake Kazuki, and then Kawara, and then real fake Kazuki shot Kawara in the leg.
Yes.
And then he also shot real Kazuki. Okay, we figured it out.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. We are now at I guess just off the rooftop of the Amano building.
Yeah, we need to make like a banana tree.
Yeah, they are piggybacking Kawara and Kazuki in a very funny way.
So yeah, we're piggybacking Kazuki and Kawara. This is the same escort mission that we had to do with Sayama way back when. Where if you
that incredible minigame.
Yeah, except now instead of like talkative locals, it's police that will stop you and talk to you and question you, which makes a little bit more sense. This is also a much more urgent situation because Kazuki got shot in the gut and didn't get like grazed on the arm. So we take Kazuki to a doctor that Kiryu knows at Emoto Clinic.
This is the week where we meet. This is the week where we meet 2 people that Kiryu has apparently always known.
Oh, also Sayama's going to distract the cops while we do this.
Yeah, Sayama's going to do her
Yes, we arrive at Emoto Clinic, and now I want to cover my first sub-story of the week. It is Yakuza Kiwami 1, or Yakuza 1, sub-story number 5, A Doctor's Duty.
Oh my god. Alright, well, let's do this.
So you're walking around Kamurocho, and Kiryu finds a starving little child on the street.
It's Haruka.
It's not Haruka. It's a little boy. And he's like, hey, mister, oi, mister, you me dad.
Mister, you me dad.
Very hungry.
Hello,
I'm very hungry. I'm a famished little orphan, little urchin child. And
that's enough of that.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, could you get me some food, mister? I'm very hungry. And so you're a nice man. You give him some food. Or if you don't, you go and get some and you bring it to him. And you're like, all right, cool. And then later you see him again in Public Park 3. And you're like, oh, he looks kind of bored and lonely, you know? I'm going to go and get Haruka. Because at this point in the game you have Haruka. And you can just like walk around with her to meet this kid. So you go and get her. And they talk at each other very normally. You know, in the way that kids do. Where Haruka's like, wow, You're being so good and mature, waiting here for your mom to get off of work, and he says, "Yes, I know, thank you." You know, in the way that
pretty normal.
In the way that kids do.
All kids in Yakuza are very emotionally mature.
Yeah, and then the kid's stomach starts growling again. He's hungry. He's still hungry.
Oh, hungry boy.
Yeah, and I forget to mention that. Yeah, he is waiting for his mom. She works like late into the night at like probably a hostess club or something, so he just kind of stands around in Kamurocho for hours on end waiting for her.
Yeah.
And so you give him some more food, and at this point we actually get voice acting This is a voice acted, and it even has full cutscenes. This sub
Oh,
story.
exciting!
Yeah, the kid passes out.
No, not exciting.
Yeah. And Kiryu's like, "Oh god, this is bad." So you pick up the kid and you bring him to Emoto's clinic, which Kiryu doesn't know this guy at this point. There's a couple guys in there. One of them is writhing around on one of the tables, and then Doc Emoto's just looking at him like, yeah, he sure is in pain, huh? He's in, yeah. Wow, looks pretty bad, bud. And Kiryu walks in and is like, please, you need to help this kid. And Emoto looks at the kid for about 5 seconds and is like, I need to operate on him right now. So he takes the boy into the operating room, abandoning the two guys. Who the guy who is not on the table immediately starts shouting and accusing the Emoto of being a racist. Because I forgot to mention these are two black guys.
Oh boy.
They are in like nondescript foreigners, basically. So the guy on the table whose name is Ali, he passes out.
Okay.
Or well, presumably dies, according to his brother. And then a third brother walks in, and they're like, dude, this fucking doctor, he just abandoned our brother and let him die right here on the table.
Our podcast is ruined. The third brother died. Oh no!
Oh!
How are we ever gonna play D&D together?
Oh no!
Oh my god! Well, what are they gonna do?
Oh,
about
you're making
this?
Oh, I see the joke you're making. We're never gonna finish this arc of our actual play podcast.
We're never gonna finish our wonderful arc that everyone likes.
Oh no!
So what are these?
Doc, how could you abandon my brother on the table? That's a thing bad people do.
Yeah,
we're all trying to have fun, and I'm not having.
I don't
I'm
think
a middle
that
child,
you should be
and
trolling.
I don't think you should be doing this.
I don't think you should. When you troll, the world is already bad enough, and we don't need trolling Dr. Emoto or whatever his name. Wait, what's his name?
Yeah, Dr. Emoto. Yeah,
Dr. Emoto. Please, Dr. Emoto. When you troll, you make the world a worse place, and I'm just trying to do some improv here.
Yeah, look, and I've been a middle child all my life, and
this is the middle brother who's saying this.
It's kind of bad to me whenever you abandon my brother to die on the operating table.
Yeah.
So, anyways, after they say all this, they barge into the operating room, and fucking grab a scalpel, and they're like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, Doctor. You let my brother die.
I'm gonna fuck you up."
And of course, Kiryu says, "No way! I can't let you do that." So you beat up the Ali brothers, and Emoto finishes up the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out the kid had appendicitis.
Okay.
And his appendix was just like about to burst, just primed, ready to explode. So
I still don't know if he should have just left the brother to die.
So I
don't know how
we got that all done with.
All right, cool.
So he walks up to Ali on the table.
Uh-oh.
Kind of bops him on the stomach, and Ali wakes up.
Yay!
He's fine. It turns out Ali just had a kidney stone.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so he was in a ton of pain, right? But then he passed the kidney stone and just kind of passed out.
Ooh.
So yeah, I guess he pissed on the table maybe, but
yeah, not great. But
he's fine now. He's fine.
I'm glad that he's experiencing sweet relief from his terrible pain.
Yeah. So Ali is fine. The kid is fine. And
everyone's fine. And
yeah,
Dr. Emoto is fine.
And the kid's gonna stay here for a little bit. Emoto's gonna get in touch with his mom.
He's gonna become Emoto's son.
Yeah, of course. He's gonna adopt the kid. And Kiryu's just talking to Emoto, and he's like, "Wow, you're so cool, Dr. Emoto. You just help everyone." And yeah, Emoto's like, "Yeah, I help everyone, regardless. all different kinds of people in Kamurocho. They come from all different walks of life, but they're all just trying to, make their way in the world, and I think that's wonderful.
And then he's like, but don't get me wrong, I will be in Yakuza 2, so there will be certain demographics that I inherently do not trust. And you'll just have to live with that, Kiryu. And Kiryu's like, oh, well, that sucks. God damn. You're a racist. Is that the end of the sub-story?
Okay, so... Anyways, where was I? Yeah, so Emoto's like, yeah, I just like to help people. And Kiryu asks, what's the bill? And you don't owe anything, Kiryu. Don't worry. It's all free. I do all my work for free.
Yeah, Dr. Emoto's just like, oh, that'll be $30,000.
Yeah,
Kiryu.
no, he says he has a sponsor with very deep pockets. And then Kiryu leaves. And we get another little cutscene of somebody coming to meet Emoto with a big briefcase full of cash.
Oh.
And Emoto tells the guy, give my thanks to President Kazuma.
Yeah.
So Kazuma funded this clinic where just anybody can come in off the street and get free medical care.
Thanks, Kazuma-san.
Hey,
sorry
thanks, Oyabun.
Well, he's dead now, so I guess Dr. Emoto had to find a new sponsor.
Presumably Kashiwagi's funding it now.
You say that, but we also learned that Kashiwagi is not adequately funding Sunflower Orphanage either. So
true.
Well, we'll see how things
Emoto's got
when
some side hustles he's got to do.
So Kiryu says, I know Dr. Emoto from the sub-story in Yakuza Kiwami 2. This confused me very much because he's not in Yakuza 1 original. He's just in Kiwami 2.
He's in the original game.
Is he?
Game. Yeah, it's not just a Kiwami special. He's in the original game as well.
I see. That's kind of cool that they brought back a sub-story character as a main part of the story.
I mean, they also brought back Yayoi Dojima.
They sure did. So Kiryu says, oh, I know a good doctor that we can take him to. Like you said, Sayama, who, by the way, both Kiwami and original Yakuza 2 both refer to her in the text as Kaoru. You ever notice that? The characters will call her Sayama, but the text boxes call her Kaoru. Odd.
I didn't notice that.
So we reach Dr. Emoto. He recognizes Kazuki. He says, oh my god, this is that host that everyone likes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask any questions. Please leave Kazuki and get the fuck out.
Please.
Let me do my work. Let me work my magic.
Kiryu
and Date
fingers.
He's going to give him a massage like Wen Hai Lee. Kiryu and Date leave and
he's the inheritor of the god hands.
Oh no, this bit again. Uh-oh. I forgot the fact that Kiryu and Date were not coordinating in any way.
Yeah, no, they just happened to meet up on the roof of the Amano building.
They ran into each other, and I don't think they've talked this whole game, or maybe they talked on the phone.
No, they haven't.
They haven't? Nope. This is the first time they've seen each other in the game. But they're like, wow, what a coincidence. Why were you up on that roof? And Date is like, well, we've had things going on. We need to go talk, but we can't talk here because there's just so many cops around and it's kind of dangerous. And then you get a chance to try to solve the puzzle of where to talk to Date.
Yeah.
You can talk to. There's three options. I picked Sarah. Serena made most sense to me, but then he's like, well, it's right across from Stardust, which is covered. There's a million cops there because of the whole Kazuki situation. So the correct choice is to go to Beloved Bar Bantam. Now you may be wondering, what is Bantam?
What is Bantam?
Well, remember in Yakuza 1 how there was a bar called Bacchus and it was full of dead bodies and also Haruka had a gun?
Hey, boy, we're all dead. I'm dead in my bar.
Well, whoever owned that bar was probably killed, but the building was still there, so someone bought it out and just basically reopened it looking exactly the same with a new name, and it's called Bantam now. And Kiryu's apparently good friends with the bartender.
Yeah.
Is this explained in a sub-story? He keeps saying, like...
I should have
he
looked
keeps
that
saying,
up,
like,
actually. I looked up Dakimoto to be like, is there a... Because it seems like he's overly familiar with Dakimoto, so I was like, oh, I'll look this up and see if there's a sub-story, and there was.
It's also, yeah, his name... He has a name, but it's very rarely actually given.
They just call him Barkeep.
Yeah, Barkeep, or Bantam Owner.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing about Bantam Owner is that he's in basically every game from now on.
Yeah.
If he doesn't...
Well, I mean, Bantam is a recurring place, but he is also, like...
It's
comes
less
up
that
as
he
someone
plays
that Kiryu knows.
Yeah, every time you play a new Yakuza game, if you go to Bantam, the first time you go there, Bantam Owner will be like, "Oh, hey, Kiryu, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, how are you doing?" And then he'll be like, "Oh, good to see you, Bantam Owner. I don't know your name." And then it's nice. So he sticks around, and I kind of like that, mainly because he's a character that isn't in Yakuza 1, who gets to stick around. You go over to Bantam. Nothing but good memories here. Great vibes all around.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not haunted.
Date is just, like, baffled by the fact that there were 2 Kazukis.
Yeah.
And oh, wait, this is before they go to Bantam. Date's like, I can't believe there were 2 Kazukis. How can we deal with this? And also, what do we tell Yuya? And then Yuya's like, huh? Hey.
Yeah, Yuya's outside the clinic.
Yeah, he's outside the clinic. He's like, oh, I saw Kazuki get rolled in. What the fuck is happening? And then Date's like, there was a Yakuza shootout, and he took a stray bullet. And then fucking Legend Yuya is like, I'm gonna go kill them all!
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking destroy the Dojima family.
I always forgot that Yuya's, like, characterization, at least early on, is that he's just, like, incredibly hot-headed.
Yeah, he's the host that will kick your ass.
Yeah.
So they talk him down from doing this. They're like, hey, you're the head host. Maybe you shouldn't
you need
do
to
that.
Focus
Maybe
on
you
the business, and
you
got lots of guys to take care of.
Yeah, so you go off to Bantam, and they just kind of discuss what's been happening over the course of this. Kiryu brings up Besho.
Yeah, Besho. Oh, right, yeah.
Yes.
Besho, reminder, is he was the Osaka Division 4 chief, I believe.
Yes, but he used to be in Kamurocho Division 4 with Kawara. Yeah, they were a legendary duo.
They were it was the Viper. He was the demon. Besho was the Viper, and then Kawara was the demon, because he loves to kill people, I guess.
No, I just want to take a little ad break right now and say that this cutscene is sponsored by Ballantine's 17-year blended Scotch whiskey.
This sucks.
And also
Argyle,
Jim Beam bourbon.
Beam. Yeah, Jim Beam bourbon. The finest bourbon that money can buy, and also owned by Suntory. Don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It really breaks my brain because if anyone has been listening to hit podcast Kylix Y, the villain of the current season we're watching is named Ballantine, and I think it's really funny because it sounds like a joke when you say his name. Because not to go off on a tangent, but like, there's 2 villains. One of them is named Ballantine, and one of them's called Hollander. And we refer to them as Ballantine and Hollandaise. But somehow Ballantine is the less believable name of the 2. Just because it sounds like his
you're
name.
Saying Valentine with a mouthful.
Yeah, it sounds like we're saying Valentine with the funny B in front of it, and it always bothers me. So when I was playing this, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, I can get away from," and then Valentine is just right there in front of my face. Oh, I wanted to say one other thing. I was as I was playing through, I was doing some street fights in Sotenbori, and there's just a dude in Sotenbori who will fight you, and he's just a guy with a white hoodie, and on the back of his hoodie, it just is the word fart. Maybe that's his name.
I'm kind of, you posted a picture.
I posted
of that
it on
guy.
the Twitter, and I mean, the thing I've seen in Japan, it's very common for people to just wear clothes with random English words on it. So I guess that fart guy is just,
he doesn't know what it means.
The trend. He bought it at Uniqlo, and he was like, I don't know, it's English to me. I don't know, it seems fine, and then he put it on, and he's just fart guy now.
He's just fart guy.
It says, here comes the farts, just like the guy from Yakuza 0. Or bring on the farts. That was what the joke was. Bring on the fights. Yeah.
So, Date tells us a little bit more about Kawara. 15 years ago, when Date was just joining the force, when he was still on Division 1, he got paired up with Kawara, and they went out. Like, he wanted to get some tips from Kawara on a job, so he kind of did a ride-along. And they were looking into this murder that was done by an illegal immigrant, so they were just kind of going out and investigating the immigrant community in Kamurocho. And at that point, Kawara had, like, stainless record, right? He
was like Mr. Spotless.
Yeah. You know, no blemishes, nothing. And so they go out and they investigate these immigrants, and they get a little rough with them. The immigrants get rough with Kawara and Date. And Kawara just, without hesitating, you know, without trying to, like, de-escalate or anything, just pulls his gun out and shoots every single one of them dead.
He just kills them all. And and Date is, like, really fucked up about it. I don't like the fact that immediately after, and then also, Date is like, what the fuck? And then Kawara said, I had no choice, I had to kill them, it was their fault.
Yeah, they were resisting.
They weren't, but okay, thanks, go off, Kawara. And then Date says that he just started doing this all the time, and
every time it got swept under the rug. But, like, even eventually they had to do something to him, so they bumped him down to, like, Division 2.
Yeah, and they gave him the nickname Killer Kawara. And then I don't like this part where they're like, yeah, he's just killed so many people who just didn't deserve it, and then Kiryu's like, damn, there must be a reason for it. I wonder, he must have something that's really been hurting him.
At first it's like, okay, Date is like, it feels like Date is actually having, like, kind of a moral moment where he's like, wow, yeah, this cop just abuses power to just fucking slaughter people left and right. That's kind of fucked up. But then he's like, well, I wish I could understand him, because there must be some reason for it.
How can we get along? Surely. But the point is that Kawara is a fucking sicko, and he's a bastard, and all cops are bastards, but this one is especially a bastard. And Date then says, it's not like he's racist.
Yeah, I don't know, Date. Hate all foreigners, you know.
I don't know, Date. It really seems to me
all the time.
He only shoots and kills the immigrant ones. Date, okay, bud. And then Kiryu's like, he says, like, I just wish that I do like that he says, I wish that I could have stopped Kawara from killing Kazuki, because, I mean, that's technically true, but also not what happened.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish that Kawara hadn't killed the guy who looks exactly like Kazuki. Maybe Kiryu doesn't know for sure if they got the right one.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know that Kazuki was so evil.
What? Oh, okay. I know what this next note is about. Yeah, so we kind of wrap up here. We're gonna head back to Emoto Clinic. And Kiryu gets a call from Sayama, and Sayama's just like, "Hey, where the fuck are you? I'm at the clinic, and you're nowhere to be found. You are Date."
Yeah.
And the objective for this part, like, where you need to get back to Emoto Clinic, literally, like, it says go back to Emoto Clinic, and then there's always, like, a little note with, like, Kiryu's thoughts underneath it.
Yeah.
And on this one, it literally just says, whoops, sorry, Sayama. So, you just need to go back to Emoto Clinic. We get a cutscene where Kawara is telling Sayama, hey, you should smile more. It's not very ladylike of you to
come on,
act
Sweaty.
No,
no, Sweaty, don't smoke cigarettes or so beautiful, haha.
People would like you more if you smiled more, Sweaty.
People would like you more. Why are you smoking cigarettes? It really doesn't look good when you do that. And then she's like, fuck you. Fuck you, stupid. I hate fucking Tokyo cops. So full of themselves. I'm also a cop, but I'm a cool cop, apparently, because I'm from Osaka. And then he's just like, I don't even know why are you even Division 4? And also, why are you so mean? Couldn't it kill you to smile more, Sayama?
Yeah.
And she says it's none of her...
You're never going to get married if you keep acting like that.
She says it's none of his business why she's in Division 4. And then he also has her badge, which she left at the crime scene, I guess.
Yeah, she apparently dropped it when she was going for her gun, you know, sloppy, rookie mistake.
Cringe.
And Kawara picked it up on the way out. And they're just hanging out. And then, like Kiryu walks in and he's like, hey, sorry I'm late.
They're having a real Emoto Clinic party right now. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Oh, I brought some Suntory beer from the Don Quixote. Yay!
Oh, yay! Boss coffee.
Let's see. Then we find out, Emoto comes out. He says that I don't know why I said Dr. Kazuki, he's been promoted. Congratulations, Kazuki, on getting a PhD. Is in surgery right now, and it's not great. It's not looking great for him right now.
And then two guys just kind of storm in, and they just slug Emoto in the face.
Yeah.
They're
I do like
Korean.
I do like walking up to a Oh, I should say also, I was really confused because we've been saying Emoto, and I think it's Amoto.
Amoto?
It's Amoto because I think I think it's Emoto or Amoto because Emoto means like your little sister. I was like, I don't think that's what his name is. Yeah, it's Amoto Clinic with an
Amoto Clinic. Okay.
Yeah. So these two guys just walk in. They're wearing matching like dark gray / black suits, and then they just rock him right across the face.
Mm-hmm.
They then walk into the surgery room, and they walk up to Kazuki, and they start speaking in Korean, and they say like, "Oh, Kong,
Kong.
what's happening? Get up!" And
Kazuki's just like, Who
the fuck are you? And he's obviously speaking Japanese because he's Japanese.
Yeah.
Actually, isn't Kazuki like Chinese?
I think they said he's a Korean immigrant. Or they might not have said where he's an immigrant from, but he is.
Oh, is he Korean? I thought he was Chinese. Okay, he is an immigrant though, I believe.
That's why they were looking into him in the first place.
Yeah, that's fair. So he doesn't understand what's happening. So they go to leave. Before they can leave, Sayama like shows her badge, and she says, "Excuse me, you can't just walk in and punch a doctor in the face. That kind of sucks. So I'm gonna place you under arrest." And then one of them just like rocks her across the face.
They like look at each other, nod, and then one of them punches Sayama. So I mean, of course, now it's time for Kiryu to step in.
Yeah, he's like, "You can punch a doctor. You can punch anything, but you do not punch a lady."
Yeah.
That's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah. He's got a,
He's got he's drinking, he was like, "I just stopped at Bantam and my good friend Bantam owner was serving up women respecting juice. And I chugged the whole bottle."
Obviously, you haven't been by.
So he says, "Let's fight."
You fight him.
They're whatever.
Mysterious foreigners.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're not that mysterious. They just seem kind of like they're in some kind of gang of some kind.
Kawara and Sayama are just kind of sitting there.
I do like that. They're like sitting in the waiting room. They're just like flipping through magazines.
There's. I mean, it's a fight. It's another
whatever.
fight.
It's, not every fight in the series is remarkable.
The big guy does like a lot of like boxing moves and stuff. Like he has some longer combos that, I mean, you can just block them though because they're pretty weak punches.
Yeah.
There's like a QTE.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Kiryu can grab Kazuki's lifeless body and use him as a weapon and use him for heat moves.
Yeah, I mean, there's a QTE where one like latches onto your leg, and then you have to you just catch the other one out of the air and throw him onto the first guy, and then to end the fight, you just grab one of them and throw him into the other guy. It's
pretty good, not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
So you've defeated the evil criminal men who punch Sayama. Then Kawara just does the thing he loves to do, where he's just like, "All right, they're defenseless. They're on the ground. They've been dispatched. All right, now I will just take out my gun and I'll start going sicko mode at them."
Yeah.
And he just unloads right by the guy's head, and he says, "Next one's not gonna miss."
Yeah, he's...
Who do you work for?
Yeah. Where's Falcone?
Where's Falcone?
Yes.
And then he says, "Who do you work for?" And the guy says, "Jingwanpa." Jingwanpa. And then the Kawara just points the gun at the other guy for literally no reason. Like, once again, they're on the ground. They've been
hey, you
dispatched.
want some?
Yeah, he's just like, "I'm gonna fucking put my gun at you. Fuck you." And then the cops show up, probably because Kawara discharged his firearm.
There's immediately sirens outside because, there's a fucking gunshot going on.
Because we know that this place has been swarming with cops because of all of the things that have happened in the story so far.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the Millennium Tower exploding. So the fact that Kawara just
for example, the 4 gunshots that happened
the 4
like
gunshots
a couple hours
and
ago.
the seemingly the terrorist attack on the Millennium Tower, and now Kawara, who could have just pointed the gun at the guy, decided to discharge his weapon for no fucking reason, just to be a shithead. God, I hate Kawara. Probably the worst character in this game so far. But they're like, okay, time to go. And then I do appreciate, not to hand it to Kawara, that because Yakuza doesn't have the ability to have 2 people travel with you at once, he's like, all right, let's meet back up at Bantam. I'll be behind. I need to go get some new pants because mine have blood on them. And then if you just walk down the street, he'll be at Bantam with a new pair of pants.
Yeah.
Like he got pants faster than it is even remotely possible to get a pair of pants.
It's fun. He keeps them in the coin lockers. So before we take this trip to Bantam without Kawara, I want to talk about my other sub-stories that I did. Well, actually, I want you to talk. You did one, didn't you?
I did.
Do you want to talk about... you can talk about your...
Yeah, it's just a little quick one. Let me just pull it up. And it's actually a 2-parter, so I don't have the full thing for you, so maybe we'll revisit
really?
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me find it. Well, basically, I don't have the actual notes. I didn't. This is just in my playthrough. It's in Sotenbori. The Kiryu is walking down the street. He runs into a guy who is wearing a suit, and he's got another guy in a suit, and then they're being accosted by classic Chimpira. You know how it is. The guy is like, "You can't treat me like this. I'm a member of the Diet." And then Kiryu's like, "Huh? What? What's happening?" "Well, I don't like when people accost anyone, so I'll step in." Kiryu beats the shit out of him. The guy who's bothering him, the Diet member and his friend are like, "Well, thank you, sir. You've really gotten me out of a pickle. I'm the member of the Diet. I'm here to visit Sotenbori." For people who don't know, the Diet is like the Japanese version of like
Parliament,
Congress, I guess.
Yeah,
like Parliament or Congress. The guy is like, "Oh, well, surely you've heard of me. I'm the famous Diet member from Kanto or whatever." And his name is unimportant because I cannot remember it. He says, "Well, I really appreciate you saving my life. You really saved my bacon there, Kiryu. So to reward you, I will give you a signed copy of my book for free." And then his assistant is like, "This book is 5,000 yen new, and it's really hard to find, so you should really be thankful for this gift." And then Kiryu's like, "Oh, okay, well, whatever." The Diet member leaves. Kiryu is like, "Well, I guess I should read the book." I think you can actually choose if he reads it or not. And then if he reads it, he just fucking hates it. He thinks the guy sucks. He thinks he has nothing good to say. He says it's all just like garbage motivational lines and nothing. And then he's just like, "No, what a waste of time."
This is like the secret level nonsense.
Yeah. So that's that. And then I believe we'll see him again later.
Yeah, I remember this sub story. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got a couple.
Okay.
So first up is sub-story number 14. It is called A Whirlwind Dirt Tour. I have a very specific reason that I did this one. I don't think you've seen this one before. This
Probably
is a character
not.
that we both know.
Oh.
So Kiryu's just walking down the street. Actually, he's not walking down the street. It is in fucking what's the Korean barbecue place? It's Konrai?
It's Konrai.
Yes.
Conroy Steakhouse.
I believe it's in Conroy. He is approached by someone who claims to be a famous K-pop singer.
Ooh, okay.
His name is Illusion.
Ilyujin. Oh, I think I remember this guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
Yes. And he says, "Hey, you look like you know your way around town. And also that you're big and tough and strong. I'm a very, very, very famous and rich, and ladies love me and would love to have sex with me. Could you please keep the ladies from, approaching me while also showing me around town?"
Yeah, I have done the sub-story.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So this is a tour sub-story, which these are in a
few games.
There's also one in the first game. I think there might be some other ones. So basically they'll just say, "Hey, show me a thing," and you'll be like, "Okay," and then you'll have like a few different options of where you can bring them, right?
Yeah.
So Illusion, he says he wants to watch sexy movies in a small room, right?
Okay. Well, I would recommend probably taking you to the Yakuza cutscenes menu, where you can replay all of your favorite cutscenes.
Hey, you bring him to... I don't know. Is Gandara...
Shangri-La. No. It's
is there
no, what's it called?
Gandara's in
Gendara.
Sotenbori, but...
I don't think it's still called Gendara, but we'll call it Gendara because...
Yeah, we'll call it Gandara. The video shop that is
Video
in every
store
game.
Gendara, yeah.
Yes. You get there, and Illusion is like, "Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. It reeks of sex. I love it. I love the smell of sex, Kiryu."
I'm such a nasty boy. I love it. I'm so fucking nasty.
Yeah, and he's like, "Okay, so me and you, we're gonna go in there and we're gonna watch it together, right?" And Kiryu's like, "No, I think I'll just go off and do something else while you do it. If it's all the same to you." But for whatever reason, Kiryu ends up going in there with him anyways.
Yeah, he sure does. It's because Kiryu knows
they have to charge
he's
their crystals together.
It's because he knows, he needs to charge his crystals, and B, he knows he's not going to unlock the max friendship with the clerk if he doesn't walk in and out of Gandara 10 times.
Yeah. He needs to clue Illusion into that fact. Yeah, so they come out, and Kiryu's like, "Oh, God, why did I do that? I just wish you weren't so, enthusiastic about it." Next up, he says he wants to go to an Okama bar. You go to Earth Angel. I'll be honest. Just given me being cis, it's not my lived experience.
Yeah. No, I it's not a concept I have any authority to speak on.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of gloss over that. So next up, he just says he wants thick ramen. So
okay.
you bring him to
Kyushu
number 1 star.
Yeah, number 1 star, whatever.
Yeah, Kyushu number 1 star. It's got the best ramen in town. You're just standing outside, and he's like, "Yes, this is wonderful. It's so dirty and filthy. I love it.
It's like one of the best ramen bars in Kamurocho. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just hope that the cook doesn't stick his fingers in the soup."
What are you talking about, Eugene?
He says this in front of the cook. And the cook's like, "Hey, that's kind of fucked up, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't do that here. But hey, you're that famous K-pop star, right? I'll give you some extra noodles if you give me a signed autograph, like a signed picture." Go.
Much better.
Yeah, so he agrees. And then you go outside, and he's like, "Hey, Kiryu, I had a wonderful time. You showed me around Kamurocho. So good, thank you." And he gives you 300,000 yen.
That's not bad. Pretty good.
And a photo of himself.
Oh boy, now that's even better.
And he's like, "Hey, come to Korea sometime, Kiryu. I'll show you around all the nicest, coolest, sexiest bars."
Kiryu doesn't know that anything outside of Japan exists. This is a fact.
And Kiryu's just like, you know what? I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, fine.
And at this point, his lovely lady fans finally catch up to him. And Kiryu says, "Go on, Ilyushin. Find a cab. Get out of here. I'll hold them off."
Thank you for your service, Kiryu. I'm saluting right now. I hope all of my listeners... hey, salute right now.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm saluting.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiryu.
It's like the end of MGS3.
Thank you, Dad.
Yeah, so that's the end of the
That's the end of that
sub-story.
sub.
And this is not the last we will see of Ilyushin.
No, it sure isn't. That's a boy who comes back. He's nasty with it every time.
Sub-story in 7 is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So Kiryu, from what I remember, Kiryu has arrived at Bantam again. They've gone back to Bantam.
I have another sub-story.
Fuck, dude, come on. We got. Why are you doing so many of them? We got so many episodes left of the show. Come on, save it for next week.
No.
Why?
Because Why are you
doing?
Next up, I'm doing sub-story number 23, Granny in Peril.
Oh my god.
Because this was a short chapter.
Okay.
A short chapter, so I brought more sub-stories.
Okay.
So you're walking down the street, as usual, and there's a little old lady. Her name is Granny White. And she's like, hey, big strong man, could you please tell me how to get to wherever she needs to go? And you're like, okay, yeah, it's right over there. And also, can you please give me your email address, in case I need help in the future? And yeah, you exchange email addresses, and she's like, hey, also, I need some help. I've got some stalkers that have been following me around. And you look big and strong, and you can help me with them, right? So at this point, yes, some stalkers walk up, and it turns out they're Chinese triads.
Oh, this is a good one. Yes, thank you for bringing this. Never mind. This is a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one. I felt like this was essential to cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, these triads come up, and they're like, hey, we're gonna fucking kill you, Granny. And you fight them, also with Granny White. Granny White can kick ass. She
kicks the fuck out of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you are helping Granny White, not the other way around.
Exactly. It's very rare for Kiryu to find someone who can kick his ass as good as he can, but I think Granny White probably can.
Yeah. So you're like, wow, Granny, you're kind of fucking cool.
Pretty cool. Kind of want to play as you instead.
Yeah. What's your deal? And she's like, don't worry about it. And she heads off. And you get an email from her, and she uses like the little like Kirby emotes.
Oh, I love that.
You know what I mean? Like with the parentheses and the...
Yeah, she's of the like the emoticons.
Yeah. And she'll just clue you in on a new place that she's gone to. And you need to find...
I'm hanging out with my...
Yeah, you just need to find her, and she'll be like, "Oh, there's a bunch of pictures of cute boys here." So it's like, "Oh, that's in the Shichifuku parking lot," with all the pictures of the hosts and shit,
Yeah.
So you follow her around, and she'll be like, "Hey, how do I get here or there?" And then there will be triads, and you need to fight her. So you fight some more. And you find out that she runs a dojo in Sotenbori, actually. And that these goons that have been following her around are her former students. And that actually some of them are probably with her number 2 student, who goes by the name of Yin Long.
Uh-oh. I think I remember a character who had that same name. Well, not the same name, but it's...
No, you don't.
No?
No? Yeah, you don't. So
okay.
She heads off, and she wants to go to Stardust to see Yuya. He's so dreamy, right? And next you meet her, she's in Theater Square. And she's like, honestly... I got lost again, Kiryu. I couldn't find my way to Stardust in my appointment. I couldn't make it there. So I guess I'm not going to get to see Yuya. And Kiryu's like, well, okay, hold on a second. I know Yuya, and I can set you up with him, right? But you got to answer my questions first. And she refuses. Actually, she does not take him up on that offer.
You don't just get answers out of Granny White.
No, you don't. No dreamy boy is going to get the answers out of her. It's going to take a little bit more than that.
It's going to take a little prying.
Yeah. It is at this point that the student she mentioned, Yin Long, finally like approaches her himself, and he's talking a big game. He's saying, "Hey, we're gonna fucking kill you, Granny. We're gonna take over the Lotus School."
Okay. All right, a little martial arts drama in here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna finally surpass you and Ka Long.
Oh.
Yeah, and she says,
Lao Ka
"Oh no,
Long.
you're a fucking idiot. You could never be better than Lao Ka Long." And
No, truly not.
Yeah, and at this point it becomes clear all of these people are members of the Snake Flower Triad, including
So Kiryu
Granny
instinctively reaches for his nearest waiter and just immediately lets him get killed.
White. Yes.
Reach for your nearest waiter, and you will find a friend and a shield.
Yep. Yeah. So all of them are Snake Flower, including Granny White, who goes by the name of White Lotus.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I dig it.
And you fight them. Yin Long's got kind of he's got the like Bruce Lee style moveset that they give like typically Chinese people
Characters.
like, when you're fighting them. Yeah. But he's not too tough.
No,
you beat
it's a
him up with
sub-story
Granny White.
fight.
Yeah. And he runs off, whatever. And it turns out that Granny White knew who Kiryu was the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, they also brought up before
trick.
that, like, hey, you've been cavorting around with this, this guy who, beat Lao Ka Long. Like, you're basically a traitor, and she just blows them off. But yeah, she reveals she knew who you were the whole time, and this whole thing was like a test of character, right? Because like Lao Ka Long, she's like, yeah, I kicked him out of the school. He was a piece of shit. I didn't like him. He was a good martial artist, but a bad person. And even though I'm also in the Snake Flower Triad, I didn't fucking like the guy.
I'm a nice Snake Flower Triad.
Mm-hmm. And she just wanted to check you out to see, if the guy who defeated him, what he was like. And she's just like, well, if you were a piece of shit too, I would have fucking killed you. But you're actually really nice, and that's pretty cool. So, like, if you want to just, like, hang out sometime, I'm gonna go back to Sotenbori, and, here's a cool scroll you can look at, Kiryu.
Nice!
Yeah, it's it's from the School of the White Lotus. You can get all these technique scrolls from her, and that's kind of her deal.
She says, alright, Kiryu, thank you for helping me out. I have a cool scroll for you. It's called the Torah, and I would like you to convert to Judaism. Kiryu's like,
your bar mitzvah's next week, Kiryu.
Judaism. A lot of people are talking about that lately.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the Jewish people are chosen by God, and he's like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that.
Nah, Judaism. I'm starting to see the appeal.
I'm trying to see. Today I am a dragon.
So yeah, Granny White, she'll go back to Sotenbori. I'll probably check in with her again, but basically you can go to her and do tasks for her and get various techniques. And this first one that you get is the Lotus, like the Lotus spear technique, where Kiryu just gets like a new moveset for the spear. Like
I love those when they do a training or a thing that gives you. Like it changes the animations for your weapons. Those are really cool.
Fucking God, what's
like the
fucking...
sword, like Kameki. It's the Komaki sword.
The Komaki sword technique.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah, and and this is another one, like the spear technique. This is one that is unique to Kiryu. Like when other characters pick up spears, they cannot do this. Like
he's just
like, and this is something that's maintained in future games like 3, 4, and 5. When Kiryu uses a spear, he uses this moveset as opposed to what he used before then.
Yeah, continuity.
It's cool.
I like it. All right, let's head on over to Bantam. And good news, Piggy needs a new pair of pants. Oink oink. Kawara's got those trousers.
If a pig wore pants, would he wear them like this or like this? And then he just shoots like 6 people.
Yep. If a pig wore pants, pretty good. So Kawara's there. He's and we all go in, and Kawara says, "Okay, I've got a lead. The lead is that the guy told me who he's with. So that's a pretty great job, Kawara.
Yeah.
I've got a lead. All right, what is it? It's it. I solved it. I figured it out. Oh, okay. So he writes down. Yeah, he writes down Jingwan Pa, which means True Fist Faction, I guess, or it's like True Fist Mafia, apparently. So the Jingwan Mafia is what we will now call it forever. And Sayama's like, I've never heard of the Jingwan Mafia. And then Kawara's like, that's because they're top secret. This isn't Yakuza. This is Mafia. I will not elaborate on this further. You will just have to take my word for it that a Mafia and a Yakuza are different things. I think it's probably xenophobia.
Yeah, mafias are like a fucking death cult.
These aren't your... that's the... Yeah, right. They're loyal. That's the... They don't...
Yeah, they care about absolute loyalty, unlike the Yakuza.
Unlike the Yakuza who don't chop off their fingers as a sign of apology to their oyabun when they fuck up.
Yeah.
Kawara, what are you talking about? Listen, the
Jingwan
Mafia... The Jingwan Mafia are loyal to their higher-ups and their fanatical devotion to crime. Have you played the other Yakuza games? My dude? Have you played Yakuza 0?
Jesus Christ.
So the Jingwan Mafia are basically categorized in this game as like basically a cult to me.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how they operate. It's really not great, and I really don't like it, and I don't like the distinction that this game makes, where it's like, well, there's the
bad
Yakuza,
organized crime.
There's the good old fashioned Yakuza, good old fashioned capitalism, and then there's
there's the Yakuza. That's just business. That's part of life.
Yeah, that's business. That's they wear their pins, and they're not great guys.
They're
but
from Japan.
And then they're like, and then there's the Mafia, and they're fucking crazy, and you better watch out because they're scary. They're very scary. So that's the Jingwan Mafia. We'll be seeing a lot more of them this game, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So Kawara says, also the Jingwan Mafia clearly are the ones who kidnapped Goda and Daigo. So
yeah, it's like it's so fucking wild too, because it's like the triads are also like pretty fucking offensive, because it's like Lau Kao Long is like a villain
Lau Kao
out
Long
of like
and,
a 70s
they're like all these
martial arts movie.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It's like they're at least treated as just like they can just be like business partners with the Yakuza at times, or like just as counterparts.
There's a weird distinction and I believe that this is just like classic, very well known like Japanese society just is very, very weird about Korean people, I guess.
In particular,
in particular, but like, yeah, you're right. Like they have offensive depictions of Chinese people in these games. I mean, look at like Monster Mash, Frankenstein Man from Yakuza 0.
Yeah,
who was so offensive that they had to replace him with a cool Chinese movie star in the Chinese version, which they should have just kept in all of them. But whatever. But yeah, there is a weird, even weirder thing that they go for when they start involving Korean people. And I will say to not to give credit where credit is due, but they also have some very fun depictions of Americans, which I, as an American, will not say I'm offended by, but I do. It is pretty good. But this game has a very weird and very uncomfortable way of depicting this Korean mafia as compared to the Yakuza. I will say it isn't like to excuse all of the xenophobia in this game, but in the more recent entries, they like very much changed the way that
much more sympathetic.
Yeah,
I feel like even before like 7, like as early as like probably 4,
6,
I'd say it's like it's much more sympathetic to like immigrant communities as a whole, and doesn't just make them all out to be like, they're all sworn into this death cult, crime mob.
Yeah, by Yakuza 7, the basically all the like the Chinese characters, and then there's Korean characters, and they all seemingly get pretty much, from what I can tell as an ignorant foreigner, it feels to me a sympathetic and reasonable depiction of just like hey, these are immigrant communities who are just kind of living their own lives, and they're doing their own thing, and they're not, evil, scary cults.
And they have reasons for going into organized crime as much as, like, any Japanese person might.
Yeah, I like that about the newer games. This is not one of the newer games. This is a very bad, very fraught game from 2007 that is unpleasant to talk about in this way, which is a shame because I love everything else in this game. Like all of the stuff with the Omi Alliance, the stuff with Ryuji, the stuff with Sengoku.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is so fucking good. And the Jinwan Mafia just kind of...
It's such a big, like, dark spot on this game.
Yeah, it really drags it all down.
I have talked a lot of a lot of hay about how much I love this game, but this is like...
When you revisit it...
This weighs it down a ton, and, like, if I'm gonna not recommend this game, it's gonna be because of this shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the thing. Is like, hey, it's not great. It's quite unpleasant and ugly and just bad, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So we'll try our best with talking about the Jinwan Mafia because it is not great. But I will say that the thing that happens next is quite entertaining.
Yeah.
So Date is like, all right, I have to tell you, Kiryu, we need to get out of here because I think they're on to this place. The barkeep, classic Bantam bartender who we all know and love, is I don't trust him because he's got pictures of us behind. Well, he shows them. He says, "I found this behind the bar," because the bartender's out
at first the way he goes about this is so funny because he's like, yeah, the barkeep's been acting kind of strange. He's going in and out a lot. He's like on the phone. It seems like he's kind of being shifty. And they're like, wow, yeah, that's kind of strange. And then Date's like, also, I found these photographs behind the bar.
Yeah, and it's a picture of Kiryu and a picture of Sayama. Yeah. Like, they're fucking headshots. Like, when Kiryu does his acting
they're taken
crazy.
out on the street, but yeah, it's like, yeah, this is these are like candid shots of me.
Date has these two pictures. He has these two, like, Polaroid photographs of Kiryu, or like these two.
Yeah, these were taken from like 5 feet away, like.
And he puts them down on the bar. Dame, 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 yo. Like
can't help it.
he puts it
down at a photograph on a bar.
He puts it down on the bar, and
counter.
Kiryu just immediately can't help himself and starts singing.
Yeah, it's a Pavlovian response at this point.
Yeah, Pavlovian Baka Mitai. Kiryu sees a photograph and he just starts. So Date puts it down. Kiryu sees this and he says, "Oh, uh-oh," and then he says, "All right, well, you all go and I'll figure this out."
Yeah, like I'm old friends with the bar.
I've known the classic beloved character of Bantam Barkeep. He tells me about which brands of real alcohol I should enjoy with my real money because it's all product placement.
Yes.
Date, everyone leaves. Kiryu's there alone. Bantam Barkeep is like, he comes back and he's like, "Oh, hey, Kiryu, what's up?" And then Kiryu says, we go back over a year, which is funny because I genuinely don't remember ever meeting you, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We go back a ways, and I would never want to cause you any trouble. And then, then Kiryu shows him the pictures.
Yeah.
and then a bunch of
other
small businesses. Small businesses, the backbone of Kamurocho.
Tyrants walk in.
It's like and they're all wearing their uniforms, so it's very like
there's
village
like
people-y.
There's like a guy from Papo. Yeah,
there's a Papo guy. There's a fucking chef with a chef's hat on. There's Bantam guy. There's like a dude in a jumpsuit or something. Yeah. It's very funny. Their costume variety.
Village people is the right way to describe it.
And then Bantam Barkeeper is like, "I'm sorry, Kiryu. Please, I beg of you, let me kill you."
Yes. Please let us kill you.
He's like, please. He like puts his hands together. "Please, Kiryu. Please let me kill you."
Yeah.
And I like this fight. It says just Kamurocho residents, I think, is who
like these guys storm in and they're like, "Hey, look, you're not gonna be able to talk this out. We gotta kill him." And he takes the baseball bat. "Please let us kill you." Kiryu takes a swig of his drink and gets up to beat their asses.
Yeah. And of course this fight is like hilariously easy because these are just randos.
This is a good opportunity to do the exclusive Bantam Heat action, where you pick a guy up, throw him over the bar, and then, classic Western move, just kind of drag him across it and shatter
That's
all the
good
bottles
shit.
and throw him.
Unfortunately, in the original, I don't think there's a darts board in here. There should be a darts. Oh, that'd be good. Darts heat move. Throw some darts at them. That'd be really unpleasant. Reminds me of that deeply upsetting part of It's Always Sunny where Dennis gets a dart stuck in his hand and he has to just pretend.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very bad. So he beats the shit out of them, and then sad sub-story music starts playing, and he's just like, listen, Kiryu, I'm sorry, but the loan sharks were really on my ass, and
I haven't been able to get a loan from the bank since everybody got fucking killed in here last year, and I haven't been able to keep the lights on.
And then Kiryu's, and then he's like, and then the Sengoku family reached out and told me that if I killed the legendary dragon of Dojima, he'd pay off my loans. And then Kiryu's like, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna get you through this, Bantam owner. We've been friends. We go all the way back to Yakuza 1, except you were never in that game. We're gonna set this right. And then he says basically like, your establishment is a place to serve drinks to the good people of Kamurocho. It's a place for your daily routine is their soul's salvation in this kind of city, he says.
Yeah, this is like...
What the fuck are you talking about, Kiryu?
Commercial for
buddy,
Phantom.
Kiryu.
Like, please,
this is Kamurocho. It is.
This is the one shining beacon in this city for people. They spend their long days at work and they need to unwind after a long day. You need to keep serving drinks to good people. You need to keep the lights on
It's
here.
so funny.
It's very like
Kiryu.
Support local business. Like,
yeah,
I
really like how earnest this is, Kiryu. But I hate to break it to you, buddy. But this is Kamurocho, based off of a real place. Bars are basically like 90% of what is in this city. It's basically a city
if Bantam
of
closes, there are 500 other ones that you can go to.
There is an
on
entire the championship district, or the champion district, is all bars. It is a district of all bars. It is the bar district. There are so many bars in this city. I really like that you're supporting your local business. I like that you're friends with Bantam owner. I don't think that his bar going out of business will end.
This looks like a chain bar too. It's like an Irish pub in the middle of Tokyo.
It's a fucking Applebee's.
Yeah, this sucks.
It's just like this very like kitschy Irish style pub. It's very good. I like it. I don't know what he. I mean, I guess he's just being very
it's a fine
reassuring.
establishment, but it's like, come on, dude.
It's like yeah, because Tachibana Real Estate was like, and the Yakuza, they say no one fucks with the champion district. It's been here before us, and it'll be here after we're all gone.
Mm-hmm.
And also, nobody, and I mean nobody, fucks with Bantam, because if Bantam goes, the whole city like literally just falls apart. Like everyone dies. It is literally the heart of the city. So Kiryu gives Bantam owner his big pep talk. He goes back to Serena feeling great and feeling like he's truly supported his local business. He leaves a big tip in the tip jar. Just kidding, they don't do that in Japan. And then he's like, hey, Sengoku told all of the small business owners to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. That there weren't more
this is like, what like small business loans like this is the form they take in Japan is like if you kill a local Yakuza legend you can get a loan to start a small business.
You have to it's like it doesn't matter what your credit is. All you have to do is kill Kiryu Kazuma, and then we will fund your small business.
Yeah, bad credit,
this will be really funny.
No problem.
This will be really funny when we talk about a certain person who gives out loans later in the series. With fun stipulations like that. But I don't know if you could see any business owner show up to kill Kiryu for their small business. I'm thinking one of the people who rearranges the prizes in the claw machine for you, or possibly I think it'd be very good if Gary Buster Holmes was maybe trying to start like a cupcake decorating business.
Oh yeah, that'd be wonderful.
It's called he sells furniture, and it's called Gary Buster Home Goods.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
I love that.
Good for him.
Yeah, well, Deshuva wants to start up a bookshop, Or,
that's so good for him.
Perhaps maybe a pet store.
Oh, I love that. There is no pet store in Kamurocho, as far as I can tell. There's a cat cafe.
There probably is, but Kiryu has no reason to go to one.
Yeah, Kiryu doesn't know what animals are, I don't think.
Yeah, so Deshuva really he needs that that little starting investment to get his business off the ground. But until before he can get that, he needs to kill you with his battle axe.
Yeah,
and then he'll be able to sell nice healthy puppies to the denizens of Kamurocho.
So Kiryu says that Sengoku, small business owner, whatever, and Kiryu is like, "Why are you all like, what's going on? There's something's wrong," and Date's like, "Listen, Kiryu, things just got ugly. Kiryu, I did it again. Oh no! Oh, I fucked
really
it all up
bungled it
again." It's really funny because Date, hasn't been that objectionable in this chapter. He's mostly just been very disapproving of what Kawara was doing, which, he's still a cop, but at least he is like, that fucking sucks. And then at the very end, he had to, oh no, I did. No. So they apparently they made Date on the footage from the Amano building, and now he's wanted for murder.
Yeah, they saw his gun fire and Kazuki fall dead, so Date is wanted by Kamuro PD for murder.
This is Yakuza 0 all over again. He's gonna have to go resign from the police. He's gonna have to go find Tachibana, who's dead, and work at his real estate company until they can prove that he didn't do it. Yeah, everything repeats. And that beautiful, wonderful revelation is now the end of our chapter.
Yes. How do you feel about that chapter, huh?
Well, I didn't like the Jingwon Mafia part of it, but I guess we're gonna get used to it. But I did like Kiryu having to fight a bunch of small business owners. Yes. He beat up a bunch of small business owners and then looked directly in the camera and said, "Support your local small business."
Yes. God.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna be doing things a little bit differently, kind of, which is that we have a Twitter at Kamurocho Radio. We make a post for question asks, but I'm also going to start posting question asks in the Discord. So you have two ways.
You have two avenues to ask us questions.
So this week we mostly just got things from the Discord, and they go back a few weeks just because we had a miss last week. Here's one from Discord user Chaos, who says, "What is your random subquest you give to a Yakuza protagonist? I would like to get an uplifting speech of encouragement from Kiryu to give me the confidence to order food in person."
I think that's a pretty good one.
That's a really good one. I think that I can actually visualize that sub-story.
Yeah, there's a lot of sub-stories like that. Like, there's one in this game where you have to go to Papo a number of times and get the clerk to be more confident in himself.
Yeah, right.
There's a lot of shit like that. Let's see.
What would and then friend of the show Dan at Bigger Challenges on Twitter wrote, "I'm taking either Kiryu or Ichiban to a furry convention where they get to beat up a Nazi fur." I actually like that. Really does feel like prime Yakuza content of oh, hey, there's a convention in town,
with a
and then Kiryu's like,
subculture.
"Oh, I wonder what's going on here," and then he walks in, and there's just a bunch of people in fursuits, and he goes, "Oh, what?" And then, he talks to them, and he learns, "Oh, I guess I understand," and then he gets to beat up a Nazi fur. There you go. Boom. There you go, RGG. There's a free one for you.
Yeah. Sirix Z says, Ichiban becomes a VTuber.
I fucking was thinking about how there is a non-zero chance that at some point in the future of the Yakuza
there's
series,
got to be
they
a
will talk
VTuber
about VTubers. Or just I was thinking like Kiryu
I think
does
7 was
streaming.
probably in development. A lot of it was in development too early for that to be a thing in 7, but I think by the time the next one comes out,
there will 100%
be
be a thing about
right?
They're so fucking popular right now, and they'll probably be popular for a while, so they'll cover it. I was thinking either Kiryu or Ichiban, like you meet someone, outside of the manga cafe, And they're like, oh, I gotta get home. I gotta watch my favorite streamer. And then Kiryu's like, huh? Streamer? What's that? A lot of people are talking about that lately. And then it would be like Kiryu becomes a live streamer to some capacity, which is kind of like the live chat minigame from Yakuza 6, but in reverse.
Yeah. Kiryu can meet like a social media influencer guy in 6 as well, in another sub-story.
Right.
But one where they become a streamer or like meet, or something more.
No. I have absolutely no interest in any version of this where Kiryu or Ichiban is not being a streamer.
Being a streamer, okay.
Meeting a streamer. Maybe he meets a streamer to start the sub story, and they're like, "Oh, you can make a lot of money and meet a lot of interesting people by streaming." And then Kiryu's like, "That sounds like content. I'll stream."
And they give it a try.
And then Kiryu. His streaming thing would be he'd be like, his thing would just be Dragon Kazi 4. And his streams are like playing the good old the games from the good old days that he grew up with.
I'm playing Fantasy Zone. I'm playing Virtua Fighter 2.
He's playing Outrun.
Yeah, Super Hang On. Let's go.
I think I'd watch that, an old middle-aged Yakuza just playing his favorite video games on stream for everybody. Of course Ichiban would play Dragon Quest, obviously.
Yes,
the old school ones. I was wondering if do you think Ichiban likes, like, do you think when he got out of prison he
tried one of the newer ones? He got a Switch and played Dragon Quest 11?
I don't know. It's charming to think about, isn't it? Like he get like that would be one of the first things he does is like, oh my god, I've been in jail for all this time.
There's so many Dragon Quest games I can play.
There's so many games he can play. That's delightful. That's like the one silver lining for him.
Yeah.
God, do you have any additions to a sub story that you'd like them to do?
Vaping comes up at the very beginning of 7. It doesn't even come up, but you see somebody vaping. I want them to like have a vaping sub story where Ichiban and Kiryu both smoke.
Yeah,
I think Ichiban smokes.
Kiryu smokes.
Yeah, I know Kiryu smokes, but I don't know if Ichiban does. I think he probably does, just because everybody smokes in these games.
Yeah.
Just has, maybe he's trying to kick the habit, and he
that would be actually so fucking funny if someone was like, oh, like they come up, oh, it's a lot healthier for you, fucking big asterisk next to that one, and Kiryu's like, really? Yeah. Then he just starts. Oh, and then at the end he'd be like, well, I guess when you look this dumb, it doesn't matter, and then he'd throw it in the trash. I was also thinking Kiryu like going to a major coffee chain and being very confused about how to order, just like the funny Nichijou.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's one from a friend of the show, Dan, who says, what's Kiryu getting Haruka for Christmas? And what about the other folks he hangs out with? There's a really good sub-story in the later games that talks about Kiryu shopping for Christmas presents, and it's very sweet, and I really like it a lot.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So he's a very... It's interesting, isn't it? Because in that one, he's a very thoughtful gift giver.
Yeah.
Very.
He puts a lot of thought into his gifts.
He knows exactly what to get for the people he's shopping for.
I wish I
thought
could
it was
get gifts
sweet.
like Kiryu does.
But then I think back to the fact that he, for all of the years he knew Yumi, he never bought her a single present for her birthday, and then
she
bought her
owns him on her deathbed.
And then he gave her the one ring, and she said, "This is the only gift you've ever gotten me. That's why I cherish it so much." So. I mean, there's two sides to Kiryu, and I guess older Kiryu is a thoughtful gift giver, but if we're talking where we're at now with Kiryu, he'd probably buy Haruka, like, a basketball. These are all the rage, right? Kids love these, I think.
A Tamagotchi.
I think he'd buy, like, he'd go to the Don Quixote.
The Nintendo DS was out around this time, maybe one of those?
Yeah, I think so. Do you think Haruka would like a DS? Do you think Haruka plays video games? She doesn't strike me as a gamer.
I don't know. I mean, like, every kid had a DS, though. She's like 10.
That's true.
Who, like, I feel like she probably would. Like,
I like
Kiryu's play like Nintendogs or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we can't get a dog, so I got you the next best thing. It's a Nintendog. That's a good question. And now, last question from Andy, Discord user Andy, who says, and by the way, speaking of Andy, we did a a Slappers Only Monster Hunter episode where we talked about Monster Hunter Rise. You were on it. Andy was on it. A bunch of people are on it. Give it a listen on Slappers Only. Date is wanted for murder. Finally, what is Kiryu doing to celebrate, and who is he inviting? Well, he's going to his favorite spot, Bantam.
Yeah, he's going to Bantam. He's inviting
all his friends.
His
Bantam
local business owners.
Popo clerk, chef, Kawara. He doesn't know that many people.
Haruka's
there. Who else is Kiryu knows? Yuya. Kazuki can't come because
Kazuka's a little tied up at the moment.
He invites the florist, but we haven't seen him in this game yet. I guess Majima can come.
Yeah, Majima could be there.
He brings Nishida as his +1.
Kashiwagi?
And then I guess... Yeah, Kashiwagi got all fucked up too, but I think he's fine by now, right? He's out of the hospital.
He's perfectly fine. He was in Tojo headquarters. Like, we saw him not that long ago.
Right, I thought... Yeah, he just had a little bit of a head wound. I guess
in the original game, he didn't even have the head wound in Kiwami 2.
He's taken all the boys and also Sayama and also his 11-year-old adoptive daughter.
Kashiwagi's taking him out on the party truck. Hell yeah!
And then Kiryu is because to him he is a good friend. He is sad about Date, so he puts a picture of Date on the counter at Bantam, and then everyone in the room sings Baka Mitai as a beautiful chorus, a haunting. Just like that. Has everyone seen that incredible video of like 20,000 people singing Baka Mitai digitally? One of the great pieces of audio of all time.
Wait, yeah. What is that?
Someone, I don't know who or why, just had a bunch. It was just like, hey, sing Baka Mitai, and I'll splice it all together. And it's just a chorus of thousands and thousands and thousands of people singing Baka Mitai. Maybe not that many.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
I'll send it to you.
I thought you were talking about the video where they just splice together
Ultimate Baka Mitai?
Yeah, the different versions of it. The original one where Kiryu's isn't like on the same
he's in a different key. He's a half step down, and so it sounds really fucking awful. Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all of our
questions.
That episode for us?
Good questions. That is episode. Let's wrap things up. Hey, thanks everybody for listening to Kamurocho Radio. You can find all of our episodes at yakuzapod.com, and you can find us on Twitter at Kamurocho Radio. You can find me on Twitter at Bradipus Rex, and you can find my 2 other podcasts, Slappers Only, which Argyle, you were on the most recent episode of. And then you can also find one of my other podcasts called Kyle XY, which is about Kyle XY, the TV show on ABC Family about a boy with no belly button. It's very good.
Yes.
Where can we find you, Argyle?
I have been Argyle. You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_funk. You can also listen to Pod of Greed, that is POD of Greed. It is my Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. We are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX right now. It's a good show.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's a very fun and good show. And also, very soon, I'm going to be a co-host on a friend of the show, Max, also host Slappers Only. Max, Wow Cool Robot, which is about Gundam. I'm going to be co-hosting along with Audrey, also from Pod of Greed, the season where we cover G Gundam, because that's the only one I've seen, and I am a G Gundam type of person. So check that out.
Pretty cool. You can find all of our episodes at noisepace.xyz. Great podcast network. Some really good shows on there. I recommend 0 to 0. My brother does that one, and they've been covering the Snyder Cut.
Which is fucking bananas.
It's fucking bananas. I've been listening to every episode. I can tell you about 3 things that I've retained. But boy, is it a trip.
Yes.
I've been thinking a lot about the phrase funny phone.
Yes, I love the funny phone.
I love the funny phone. So go show Sam Giga and Val some love, because that show is very good.
Yes.
And also the rest of 0 to 0, which is about a terrible sci-fi reality show called Who Wants to Be a Superhero, is
hosted by Stan Lee.
It's delicious. It's so fucking painful to watch.
Yeah, what a
other great shows.
show.
Sonic Shuffle about Sonic. You can listen to Nanaroy's Nightmare Nera, who just put out an episode about Squidward's suicide. The creepypasta.
God, yeah.
All great kinds of great shows. Really, Really good stuff. So give them all a listen. That is pretty much everything we got for this week. Let's see what chapter we're covering next week, shall we?
Oh God, yeah.
Next week we are talking about the chapter. Let's see, chapter 8. Oh, all right. It's called Suspect. Suspect. I wonder who the suspect is.
Kiryu is sus.
No, I think Date is sus.
Oh, Date's sus.
Date is pretty sus. I'm looking at. Oh, ooh. I'm seeing the screen. Oh, it's this one. This one has I already know exactly what image I'm using for the Twitter post next week. I'm gonna put it in the house chat for you. It's this beloved character that we have seen many times, who might just become his own emoji. Mm-hmm.
Oh, great!
I'm thinking we might get a new emoji next week.
Great.
All right, that is it for Kamurocho Radio this week. Thank you all very, very much for listening. We'll see you next week with Chapter 8, Sus. And as always, Kiwami means extreme. 2!
Quiero desmocho por